Hi, and welcome back to Tarcher Talks. I'm your host, Joel Fotinos, and I'm also the publisher here at Tarcher. And today we're going to talk about something very exciting, how to create your own mastermind group. Now, what is a mastermind group? Mastermind groups are groups of people that come together with a specific reason or cause. So a mastermind group can really be anything that you need it to be for any particular reason. Mastermind groups were really started by Andrew Carnegie, and they were written about by Napoleon Hill in some of his best-selling books like The Law of Success and Think and Grow Rich. And he really talked about the mastermind principle, and from there it became very popular and started spreading all around the country and actually all around the world. Now, mastermind groups can be either for social reasons or they can be for business reasons. And usually business reasons are the main reason why people form mastermind groups. And we're going to talk a little bit about those kinds of mastermind groups. I actually brought The Master Key to Riches by Napoleon Hill because there's a great quote from Napoleon Hill about mastermind groups. He writes that the mastermind principle is the medium through which one may procure the full benefit of the experience, training, education, specialized knowledge, and ability of others, just as if their minds were your own. So really, it's coming together in one mind for one purpose, although you each will have your own individual purposes, so that you can help each other fulfill your goals. So, here's what a mastermind group can do for you. It can actually provide support and inspiration so that you feel like you're not doing it all by yourself, and really give you some outside tips and help. It can help facilitate networking, because once you are in a mastermind group, you're not only networking with the people in the group, but all of the people that they know as well, so you suddenly have a lot of contacts around. It can help you to mentor each other, because everybody has different experience. So the experience that you have is going to help the other people in the group, and the experience they have will help you with your goals as well. It will provide something called accountability. Accountability means that you are going to be held accountable for what you say you're going to do from meeting to meeting. So if in one meeting you say you're going to create a document, then by the next meeting you will have created that document. You will be held accountable for creating it. And that kind of keeps you on track. I mean, certainly I know that when I'm held accountable for things, I'm more apt to not only do them, but do them better and do them in a timely fashion. So they hold you accountable. And finally, it's a great place, mastermind groups are a great place to brainstorm. So if you're having challenges or problems or just need some new ideas, you can do that within a mastermind group, and it really is a wonderful way to just bring all sorts of different minds, opinions, thoughts, experiences together and come out with something new. Really, you can think about it this way. The old cliche that the sum is greater than its parts, that is true of a mastermind group as well. Everybody brings their best to it, but the combined total of all of the energy and experience and vitality of that group is even greater than the individual people. Now, as I said earlier, there are many kinds of mastermind groups, and really the kind of mastermind group you create is the one that's going to fit the needs that you have. But in general, there are some different guidelines that you can use. For instance, most mastermind groups don't have any fees involved, because it's a group of people coming together, not for anybody to be paid, but to come together so that we can all help each other. Mastermind groups also are strictly confidential. It's very important that everything that is said in the mastermind group stays within the mastermind group. That's going to create a whole level of trust among everybody that's in the group. And also, mastermind groups are goal-oriented. These are not groups to get together to talk about what movie you went and saw or what restaurant you ate at. This is a group where you get together and you talk about one thing in a positive way so that you can all attain the goals that you have. It's not about moaning and complaining. This is about support and inspiration. Another thing that you can do in mastermind groups that really adds a lot to them is you can also study books as you do your mastermind meetings. You can study books for further inspiration. So, for instance, you can study Napoleon Hill's books, Think and Grow Rich, or also even the Think and Grow Rich workbook, which would allow everybody to follow along Think and Grow Rich at the same pace and at the same time so that you really are moving together as one group. You can pick also any inspirational book. You can pick The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, or The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. We actually have a list of inspirational books that would be perfect to study in mastermind groups at our website, www.tarcherbooks.com. And I invite you to go there and see which books really work best for your group. The first thing you need to decide is what you want the group for. What exactly are you trying to accomplish yourself in a mastermind group? And that's going to help you decide the kind of people that you're going to invite. Once you have a little idea of what you want to accomplish in the group, then make a list of the qualities of the kinds of people that you would like to be in the group. For instance, would you like people who are supportive, who are reliable, consistent, successful, who are positive and willing to be part of a group? Those are just some of the qualities that might be really useful. You certainly don't want to invite people into the group who are negative or who are fixer-uppers or are people who are going to kind of bring the group down. You want people who are going to participate and lift up the group as a whole. Now, once you have the qualities of the kind of people that you want, then you really are ready to decide which people you want to invite. Now, where do you find those people? Well, you can look at your friends and your family members. That's a good place to find people, but it's also a tricky place to find people because you don't want people who are there for any other reason except that you're all on the same page to each achieve your own goals. So be very selective in who you pick. You also can look at your professional contacts. Now, one rule of thumb for mastermind groups is that you don't invite people in your exact same industry so that it doesn't create any kind of competition or any type of thing where you're not saying everything that you need to say so that nobody else has that kind of information. You certainly want to be appropriate at all times, but if you don't invite people in your same industry, then you're free to invite people of different kinds of industry who are going to bring in their own experience and their own contacts. So look at your professional contacts and maybe even the contacts of contacts that you might have heard about or even have some business cards from. Also look at business associations. Do you belong to any business associations? These are groups of people, Better Business Bureau or other similar types of things in your community or even nationally, where you might come in contact with people of different businesses who are really hungry to increase the amount of success that they have and what they want to achieve. That's a great place to find people. You can also find people at churches or synagogues. In fact, many churches and synagogues have business groups within their spiritual organizations, and those might be really great places to find people. And finally, you can find people on the internet. You can advertise on Craigslist or go to Facebook or do an internet search or go on to blogs about success or business. I would put a little note of caution that it's important for you to feel comfortable with the people. So before you just invite anybody, talk to them on the phone or try to meet them in person so that you really have a sense that you and that person are really going to get along well and that they will get along well with the larger group that you're forming.